Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this morning. As you begin to come in, just share and tag and share. And I greatly appreciate you on this morning. We're going to give it just another minute or so as people begin to join in, as people begin to see that we are on, so that we can be able to reach as many people as we possibly can. Just tag just a few people. We're going to give it just another minute or two. Just tag just a few more people and let them know that I am on. That I am on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and as other people join in, for some reason, I don't know what's up with 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 StreamYard. I don't know why they don't allow me to see comments and all that stuff anymore. Um, I, I don't know, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. I go back and read them a little bit later. But on today, I just want to talk to you about the scars. The scars. Somebody write in the comments the scars. I was doing a lot of thinking on yesterday and as well on early this morning, just thinking about how sometimes we look at our scars and we try to cover them or we try to hide them. We don't necessarily want people to see the things that we have gone through. Sometimes if we'll take it and try to put makeup over them, or we'll take clothes and try to hide them with our clothing, or do different things to try to make sure that our scars are not exposed. On this morning, I was just thinking about some things that I've gotten through or have made it through to this place, and a lot of people, they see where you are now, but they have no clue of all the things that you had to endure. They see where you are now and they think that what you're doing now is easy. They see what you're doing now, and they get jealous, or they start saying things like they think that they are all of that, or they begin to say things about you as if that you had no struggles. A lot of people, they don't understand because you hide your scars, but because you make it look easy. I tell people all the time, what I do is what I do, but and you think that it's easy simply because you don't know my entire story. You don't know the things that I had to suffer in order to get here. You don't know the tests and trials that we had to overcome. So looking at me looks easy. Looking at me make it seem like oh, I can do it too. So you start getting a lot of punchinella in the shoe, folk, thinking that it's easy, that I can accomplish it. If they can do it, I know that I can. And so they start looking at you and comparing themselves to you, because they don't really know your scars. I started studying a little bit and started thinking about Naomi and Ruth, and how Naomi had to go through a lot. And even though Ruth had to go through a lot too, it took somebody that have gone through some stuff with you, that saw you survive, that saw you made it out of what should have killed you, that saw that you should have collapsed on the table, that saw that you should have died a long time ago, that saw that you should have lost your mind through all of the struggles, through all of the tests, through all of the loss, through all of the suffering, that you should have not have been where you are right now. But thanks be unto God that allowed me to be able to still be able to triumph, because I got people that have made it through the wilderness along with me. They didn't show up just when I got on the mountain, but they've been down in the valley along with me. And when I had to suffer in the valley, when I had to cry in the valley, when I want to throw in the towel in the valley, those are the ones that you want beside you. I started thinking about scars, and how sometimes we look at them as being so ugly, but sometimes the scars is what shows the real ugly truth of what you really been through. Sometimes we try to hide our scars because we don't want nobody to know that that we had to go through what we had to go through. And it's tough sometimes being vulnerable to people, because sometimes people can be like vultures. They can be hyenas. They want to eat you alive. They want to know what's your weakness, so that they can come in and take advantage. But I'm telling you now, the Lord was dealing with me about scars and about suffering and about how it's gonna take people knowing how you survive the burns, how you survive the cuts, how you survive the backstabbings, how you survive the lies, and how you survive being broke, how you survive being broken, how you survive the molestation, the rape, the divorce, how you survive going through the miscarriages, how you survive going through all of that. And see people looking at you now, and they just, because they don't know what you had to suffer through. Your scars is your ministry. And oftentimes we hiding our real ministry. We want to know what it is that God has really called us to. But if you start looking at your scars and you start looking at what God has really brought you through, then you'll be able to see the direction that God really want to take you to. I started thinking about Ruth and Naomi. And I said, Lord, there are some people now, they're in the fight of their life because they don't have a Ruth to remind them that you got a decision to make. You got a choice to make. You don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. Yes, I've lost some things too. Oh my, I've lost some things too. I've had to overcome some things too. But it took somebody like Ruth to look at you and say, you can make it. With Jesus on your side, that you can make it. Either you're going to stay bitter, or you're going to allow your scars to make you better. Are you going to stay wounded? Or are you going to start looking at your scars and say, no, God is so wonderful that he's going to even allow my wounds to work for me? Are you going to stay in that place? Or are you going to say, God, continue to shape me, continue to make me, continue to mold me, and make me to who you have for me to be? I saw some family members, and a little anger came back up into me when I saw them. I'm just being honest. Because I said that, Lord, they wounded me. And now they have the look of like, as if I owe them something when I see them. Like they don't even know what to say to me, or how to even address me, or how to even embrace me after wounding me. And the Lord had to deal with me. I'm just being honest, he had to deal with me. And he said that I didn't allow you to survive the wounds, to still look at them different. I didn't allow you to survive the pain, the shame, and the hurt for you to allow them to change and alter who you are now. You've come through too much. So it took somebody that was there with me, that went through some of the stuff with me, to remind me of who I am, to remind me that they no longer have control over you. They scarred you, but those scars have helped to make you the person that you are today. And that simply is their loss. It's their loss. So I want to say to you, to a few people that has joined us on this morning, to tell you Your scars wasn't there to work against you. God said in his word that all things work together for the good of them that are loved and called according to his purpose. That they might have meant it for good, for evil, but God meant it for your good. That he would even take your scars and allow such beautiful testimonies to come out of it. He will allow such beautiful testimonies to come out of it, that they will look around and try to figure out how you're even making it this far, how you're even surviving what they thought that you should have died in. They're looking at you right now and saying, there's no way that she don't hold a grudge. There's no way that I still see her thriving and making it and accomplishing some things. Because what they did has made you better. I was thinking about Judas as we in the week of celebrating Resurrection Sunday. Judas had to betray Jesus. He had to betray him. They had to scar you so that you can fulfill your destiny. Peter, I just preached about Peter this past week. Peter rose up to defend Jesus. And Jesus told Peter to get thee behind him. As a matter of fact, he rebuked him and said, Satan, get thee behind me. But Judas, I didn't see where Jesus rebuked him, because Judas had to betray him so he can fulfill the assignment that's on his life. What are you saying, Pastor? I'm saying that your Judas was what helped you to not settle. Your Judas was what was a reminder to you that you're going to make it, that you're going to be successful, that you're going to accomplish the things that God has set before you. It took Judas to get the ball rolling. So I have to accept my scars. I wouldn't be able to pray the way I pray if I wasn't scarred. I wouldn't be able to go as hard as I go if it wasn't for the scars that they gave me or the things that I had to go through. I can think about friends now that was like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you. I quit. That ain't it. But I owe them a rebuke. And I owe everybody that lied on me, that try to squander my name, that try to bring shame to me, that mishandled me in ministry, that try to destroy my business, my salon business, my character. I owe them a thank you. They scarred me, but they helped me to get further than where I am today. It took them for me to make it. And so now I don't look at my scars in shame. I look at my scars and tell them, thank you. Because you reminded me that I got something on the inside of me. You reminded me that I must be a threat to the enemy. You reminded me that it must be something special about me. You reminded me that I can't settle here. The call is too great. The anointing is too powerful. Scarred, but I'm going to preach. Scarred, but I'm going to pray. Scarred, but I'm going to prophesy. Scarred, but I'm going to love. Scarred, but I'm going to accomplish every single thing that God has said and spoken over my life. You didn't stop anything. You started it. Thank you. Thank you. I pray that Quick Word Tuesday has been a blessing to you. They scarred you, but they started something. They didn't know what they were starting. They thought they was making you quit. They thought they was going to make you throw in the towel. They thought that you was going to stop. I'm just getting started. And if you hate to like and love anything that I'm doing now, listen, you might as well go ahead and delete me now, because there's a whole lot more that's coming our way. I'm scarred, but I'm ready for the fight. Have an awesome and wonderful Tuesday. Continue to walk in your purpose. Continue to walk in your calling. Show your scars. Show your scars. Listen, show your scars. Don't be ashamed of them. Listen, it's a reminder that you made it, that you lived through that. They couldn't kill you, even if they wanted to. Have an awesome and wonderful day. Join us this evening at 6 p.m. as we go forth in prayer and Bible study on tonight. Join us. Join us. Listen, at the Bible study, I'm going to be pouring into my ministers, my ushers, and my armor bearers. If you operate in any of those places, stay and join us. Listen, it's time for me to do what God has called me forth to do. If you think being a part of divine destiny is where you need to be, listen, don't let those other people get in your ear. Join us tonight at 6 p.m. as we go forth. And then as I pour at the end of Bible study, I love you guys. Join us, because we're doing some great and awesome things in the kingdom. And listen, I will not allow not another scar to stop me. We got too much ahead. I love you. Have a wonderful day.